Okay, good evening, good morning, good afternoon for wherever you are watching from. Welcome to everyone who just joined my page. Thank you very much for being here. Please, those of you that don't know me, my name is Chigozie. I am from Nigeria. I studied medicine and surgery from University of Benin City, Nigeria. I did my master's in Canada. So I'm actually here to tell you about the best time to make your application for admission abroad that can give you upper hands and higher opportunities at scholarship. First of all, if you're not following me, please do well to hit the follow button so that anytime I make a video, you will be among the first set of people to see it, because most videos I make are time sensitive and you need to see it on time so that you'll be able to make use of it. For example, imagine if I make a post about a scholarship that is going to be ending September and you don't get to see it before the end of September, it means you have missed that opportunity. That's why it's very important for you to hit the follow button so that anytime I make a new video, you will get it. So let's hit straight. A lot of people have asked me questions about what's the best time to make admission application. So that's what I'm going to be dealing with today. The thing is, there are three major academic semesters for most schools abroad for you to make your application. One is the fall semester, which comes between August, September, the spring semester that comes January, February, the summer semester that comes May, June. Now, this is this. If you don't meet any of these application periods, because this is the generic, this is what is generally acceptable, there are exceptions to few schools or some schools in US, in Canada, in UK, in Australia that may vary with this that I gave here. So this, you will not say this is static, but these are the major academic semesters for most schools abroad. You need to know this. First, this fall semester, most persons that make applications this period are likely to get funding. They are most likely to get funding because most persons, most supervisors, most offices, most schools are likely to have funding this period. Let me give you an example. When I was making application for PhD, not a master's, because I applied for PhD before I changed my mind. So I most of the supervisors I contacted in the different universities, they were interested in taking me because I was applying for their January batch. Most of them were interested in taking me, but what they were saying was, please, can you wait till September? I don't have funding now, but I'm expecting funding by September, fall semester. I'm expecting funding by fall semester. So this is why I'm telling you that if you really want to study abroad, by now you should have started preparations for your admission application. Reason being that most admission applications are going to be opening this September that we're going into. Most schools are going to open their site. In fact, some schools, I know University of Saskatchewan in Canada have already opened their admission, a few of them in August, and most of them are going to be opening by September as well. I know the same University of Saskatchewan, by December 15, the admission application for their community health have closed. So it's important, if you want to travel for study by this time next year, so by August next year, you should be out of your country to study. This is the right time for you to make your applications. If you want to go 2024, this is also the right time for you to make application. Why am I saying this? Because there are higher chances of you getting scholarships this period. So you can decide to make your applications now, even if you don't want to leave by August, September. The truth is, if you get funding, it means you have the ability or chances, if you have good reasons, to defer your admission and come in the time that you really want. But that means you now have funding to fund it. But if you're not interested in funding, then there is no problem. You can make your applications at any time. Some schools have their admission rolling throughout the year. They don't have any time they stop. But for the spring semester, it comes up January, February. It means if you wanted to come into Canada, US, UK, Australia by January next year, it means you should have made your applications before now. It's very few schools in the UK that will take your applications for January now. Mostly schools in the UK. I know US, Canada, and Australia by now, January next year, most of them have closed the applications for admission. Then, if you want the summer semester, some schools may still be open in Australia, UK, Canada, US, but I know by now, summer semester, which is May, June, most schools are going to open as well at the same time that they are going to open for the fall semester. So in all this that I've said, the major semester for application that is the best bet for you is the fall semester. Reason being that all schools take applications in fall, which is August, September. All departments take applications in fall, which is August, September. But not all departments take applications in spring semester. Not all departments take applications in summer semester. So you have upper hand when you apply in fall semester. Whether you're going to any of the departments that take applications both in spring and summer semester, if you apply in fall, you can move your resumption to spring. You can also move your resumption to summer. Admission deferral, you have the ability to defer your admission. That's one thing you have to know. But for you to want scholarship, my advice to you is to do what? Do your application in the fall semester. So if you have it in mind to come into any of the countries that I listed, Australia, UK, Canada, USA, by August, September next year, by August, because admission application most times highest it takes is like 8 weeks. They would decide. That's 3 months. 8 weeks is yeah, at most 3 months, but most times 6 weeks after your application, most times 6 weeks after the deadline, your admission decision, you will get it most times, not all the time. 6 weeks after the application deadline, you will get your admission decision. So having said this, the best time for you to make your application is the fall semester. You have 99.999% chances of getting scholarship and funding in the fall semester more than spring and summer semester. And know that application you made in fall semester, if you get funding, you can move it with the permission of your supervisor or the funder to any of the semesters that you want, if it is not convenient for you to resume in that fall semester. Or if you get a visa denial, you can defer and reapply for your visa. So having said this, I'm going to do a subsequent video on schools, most of the schools in the US that have their admission rolling, so that even if you don't meet up with any of the fall, spring, and summer semesters, you also see schools that you can apply to that have their admission rolling throughout the year. Having said this, I just hope you got value for this video. If you did, please feel free to share this video, invite your friends to my page, and make sure you are following. Our contest is still on for everybody that shares our video between now and September 24th. It means you are likely going to enter our coaching classes for the what? Admission and scholarship abroad. You may enter our coaching classes. So feel free to share this video and invite your friends to our page. Thank you very much for staying true.